And they are kicking this off midway. So Crest up against Kai. Kai actually is I recall this name. He's a Falco player, more commonly known for putting out a lot of Falco tech on Twitter. It's just a lot of different like spacing and tool mix-ups off of things like down tilt and falling fair. A lot of that good stuff. However, it is Rowan the one up 10 stocks to 9. Might be hard in order to keep that lead up against Falco, though, who can just explode right off the bat.
Right. This will be a perfect opportunity to even it up. Only 1 stock deficit. If we could see, okay, come out of the gates, take a quick stock, even it back up. It could be a good story, but I know that Cress and Rowan already the fan favorites right now. We already heard them going crazy in the venue cheering for the gang, so we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, it's an explosive venue, to say the least. And that typically happens when you get a nice mix of some team battles and some college competitors.
Oh, definitely. That is one of my favorite parts of the format is the passion, if you will, that goes behind each and every stock and every game right now. You can tell they're playing pretty conservatively, not going for too much right now, but good opening from K here, putting that pressure onto the ledge, and what a follow-through.
Yeah, he had the read on the flip jump as well, but just Falco's run speed too slow to catch up with Zero Suit, yet you get that up tilt, the easy peasy block string, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to land on you with a button, throw out that up tilt because I'm anticipating a jump out of shield, and that's going to be Crest dropping that final stock, and thus losing the advantage for Rowan.
Right. And, easily made up for it. We talk about how, the poor run speed, and then look at that jump height to follow it up immediately. Quick follow-up right there with the up tilt back air, and pretty good momentum going into this next game, too. They could either, make a run for that quick 9 stock or, just at least try and get a pretty sizable lead here now that it's back to parity.
Back to parity. Ooh, that's a good word.
Yeah, I'm breaking out the $5 words on commentary lately. People are loving them. So.
I mean, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan for sure. I'm like AGW right now. They're sitting down. I'm not sure who the next player is, but I do know Rowan, being more of the South Jersey school, is going to have a different strain of hitters that you're not typically all that accustomed to seeing across Jersey locals. Like, for instance, Hunter sitting down, I believe it's a Snake main, super solid. A lot more of the AK approach as opposed to someone like Kronos, where Kronos might be looking for a little bit heftier on the defense, a little bit heftier on some more consistent tools. AK hunts down the niche setups and likes to do his one-hit follow-ups. Hunter plays more in that kind of like set play and setup type vibe, which is typically a little bit more chaotic, but definitely very explosive.
Right. And it could be a pretty good way to kind of, take a little bit of wind out of the sails for MSU over on the other side, because I think they're feeling good. K's feeling good after that last stop and some really good reads and option selects. But this could be exactly what we need to kind of shift the momentum a little bit, slow it down, and maybe Rowan can kind of go for their own little strategy to take the lead here.
Already liking the start off from both players. Careful. Yep. So Falco's up B has an auto cancel window after the Firebird ends, so you can do stuff like that.
Ooh, really great grenade timing so far from Hunter, but finally a big opening for K here. Gonna try and run away with it, and almost pretty much evens it up here with that little grenade trade on the platform, but K still looking for these big hits, looking for that back air, and I love that falling forward air. Last little hitbox to hold down center stage.
Keeping it mighty even thus far as we're bouncing back and forth. Things can get really dangerous for Falco very quickly if we're able to find something like an edge guard. Nikita can do so much. But I like how Kai is just always trying to mix up the elevations at which he's playing at that time, the short up height, turning into a potential big combo, yet just backing off, unable to finish off anything off of the strong hit dare.
Right, and that is such a good idea too. Not really overextending too much, taking not necessarily guaranteed damage, but just some pretty moderate openings. Oh, good grenade to break up the combo there for Hunter. It's just about even, despite the percent deficits. It feels like anyone's stock. Ooh,
lot of just grenade cooking here on the part of Hunter. Wants to try and bait Kai into something big. The Nikita miss of input, but no punish on the part of Kai.
Both of them looking for some big hits right there. We saw the up smash and up tilt, not finding the mark, but the grenade cooking, like you said, just so fantastic. Doesn't really give Kai an opportunity to shine or reflect it back or throw it either, but good coverage there, but nice capitalization.
For sure. As you pointed out, AG, like the defense on the part of Kai has been so good, like being willing to back off and play to the strengths of Falco's really bursty movement, both with the side B and his insane jump height, best in the game. You're able just to always get out of dangerous situations against Snake and make the situations that you want to be in.
Yeah, we're seeing right now a pretty interesting change in pace, kind of staying at the ledge right now, avoiding some of the grenades that have been thrown out with really well-timed jumps as well, but nice spot dodge into the up tilt, and finally Hunter finding that stock, trying to keep it close right now. Big trade over here on the left side.
Ooh, coming down fair. Maybe not the greatest.
Ooh, okay, I like that too, trying to put some pressure at the ledge while covering the roll. And now stuck on the platform, another big back air from Kai. Oh, I don't know about that one though.
It gets more and more precarious the higher this percent gets. All you need to find is something like an up tilt, but it seems like Kai is trying to feint out raw back airs, and a frame one reflector just doing so much of preventing Hunter from taking space.
Ooh, a grenade here, kind of sticking him in shield and under that platform, but big dash attack to open up the stage. Haven't really been able to capitalize too much at the ledge. Hunter's just been kind of putting the pressure on with some trades, and now we see a little bit of a, too much, an overextension with that dash attack, getting punished with that down tilt. Really good stuff.
Chipping away here, AG. We're just seeing Kai like take it slow, but this dash attack to force off stage.
I love that. Wow,
Wait.
the grenade covered so many things right there too.
Yeah, that Z drop grenade after the empty hop was so nice, and like, okay, we're getting greedy. We're getting greedy.
I get it though. I get it. Like, Kai's feeling good after that nice little advantage state there. I get going for it all, but you can't really go for too much right now. It's getting kind of close. Those snake aerials add up very quickly, but already on the back foot here. Hunter trying to find some ground.
Yeah, Kai trying to get through two different players in order to give his team the lead here. The low profiling underneath Falco's up smash at 157. We may be starting to look at down tilt percents, but we're equally starting to look at up tilt percents for Hunter if he's able to find something big, and he's looking for it.
Yup. I like the Nikita idea there, but that reflector coming in clutch one more time, and it sets up for a nice up air. Kai taking a little bit of a lead, but I'm sure the team is thrilled. That's 4 stocks. That's all you need to do. Then it's the rest of the team's fault.
Yeah, I mean, going positive is it's kind of the mathematical end game for every player on the team. Like, all right, there is 15 stocks between us. Let's just all take 4. Like,
Right.
go +1.
I love all of these setups. Really good grenade timing from Hunter, but I think Kai was kind of catching on a little bit and was able to really make some plays, with a little bit of an assistance from some of the grenade timing. So it's pretty nice change of pace. Like I said, I think we started that game pretty slow, and then as the players kind of figured it out, or figured each other out even, as the game went on, it definitely changed the pace a little bit, and it was pretty close. 96, that up tilt was definitely starting to line up for Rowan.
Yeah, one missed tech right, or one right call out from Hunter could have easily swung this entire game, and honestly the momentum of the set in the other direction. Like dropping a stock or being able to take a stock when you're at death percent yourself and then go into the next set like, all right, now I can just kind of chill for another 160%. Like there's a little bit of mental weight on that factor as the next player for Rowan steps up, trying to bring us back to parity once again.
Yep, maybe we'll see a bit of a role reversal. I mean, coming in fresh it's got its pros and cons, right? I feel like, Kai is looking pretty comfortable right now. Definitely I think I felt that in the movement that we saw in that last stock, especially. The dashing in and out, kind of baiting out the dash attacks from Hunter looked wonderful. So if you can kind of keep that comfortability going in, maybe you can find the other player coming in with maybe slightly colder hands than you. And you can try and extend that little bit of a lead that you have right now. Because, I mean, Kai already took 4. The 5th one would just be a nice little treat for MSU. But, you know, Rowan's definitely trying to bring it all the way back here with Gray sitting down, plugging the controller in.
Yeah, you know the character he's going to come in with. So the anticipation is, wow. Okay, another heavy projectile character. Another character that's going to have to play around Falco's Frame 1 Reflector. And this time you have even less combo break ability. Might be tough to get this first stock cleanly, though. Me Gunner certainly has a lot of unique tools in order to counteract a heavy jumping character like Falco.
Right, already going for the forward smash and up smash in neutral. Looking for some options that I can definitely understand, just not really finding them right now, though. Now we see some really good spacing, but that forward air finds the mark, and we are already at the ledge here for Falco, but good response.
Yeah, this is the difference, as you were alluding to earlier, AG, between like having multiple games to like get settled versus coming off the couch and like, all right, take this stock or else we're in a really big deficit, and do it cleanly. Like we're seeing big haymakers come out from Gray, buffered options, like just instantaneously pressing buttons, while Kai, he's taking his time. He's using those lasers, trying to find his callouts, and is up a massive amount of percent, just looking for that cherry on top.
Right, and wow, that reflector finally cashing a big check, taking that stock, and like I said, now you're feeling great. You already got your stocks from the last game, and you can run away with it here too. And Falco is exactly the character to make it happen. Already 50% just from one little opening. Gray not able to find any footing here on the stage.
Even the roll-on getting caught there by K. Hi, K.
You pick one, I'll pick one, and then only one of us do wrong.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
We need to find this hit.
That almost could have been it. Really nice wall jump there, and then Nair holding off the approach here. Oh, can't find the big hit, though, and just coming back with that forward air. Now it's center stage, and another big aerial to set up this edge guard. It's looking rough. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Perfect play by Kai, but you also got to think like this is the worst case scenario for Rowan here thus far. Instantaneously evening up, looking for a footstool out of shield, just getting right out of there is Kai. It's great. Continues to look for like 2 frames or hits on ledge, or at least slightly below with things like down tilt and down smash, and you're going to be in a ton of damage here. Already shield super low.
Right, I'm surprised that last move did not shield poke, but that up air or back air also still so dangerous right now. It's not really a great showing for Gray. I know the team is probably thinking, what other character could we have sent in? Because I don't think the Gunner is really cutting it right now.
Yeah, just you get shut down so quickly, but the roll-in down smash does finish off stock number 3 from K, and Kai will be taking their seat. They're taking 6 stocks here in his middle of the lineup position, which can honestly be so crucial.
Right. And I think we saw exactly why. I mean, if you sit down, you lose a couple of stocks in that first game, maybe even 1 stock, maybe that sets you up to not take the game versus Hunter, and all of a sudden the whole momentum is shifted. But thankfully for MSU, it worked out pretty much exactly as planned, maybe even a little bit better. And now Rowan is going to have to bring it all of that pressure and put it on their anchor's shoulders right now, going into possibly the last game for them.
Yeah, I mean, minimum they've got at least one person in the back. Talking it over a little bit. Any stock here is good, is going positive.
True. True. I don't want to count out Gray quite yet. We could still see pretty much a role reversal, right? Like if Gray sits down with that last stock and then just makes a little bit of a run, 1 or 2 stocks out off of MSU, it could be a little bit closer. Not to put too much pressure on Gray in this situation, but I think that might be the deciding factor for the momentum of the rest of the set.
Oh, I'm trying. This might be another tough one though for a heavy zoning character. I'm trying to remember this MSU player's tag as he sits down, but I definitely recognize the face. I know he plays Diddy Kong,
Oh,
and a transcendent banana peel can just transform any and all ranges you play at. Hurdle is who is the one that is going to be sitting down, and hey, it's gonna be another tough one for me, Gunner, in order to try and establish that tank-like position and utilize things like the downbeat grenade to keep any opponent off of their back when Diddy Kong can effectively transform the burst ranges of the game so seamlessly with a banana peel and a monkey flip.
right, right. And honestly, that is pretty much the optimal space for me, Gunner. That same range where banana is a problem, where monkey flip is a problem. So it's going to come down to a very specific spacing for the two of them to try and find whatever little advantage they can get because. Diddy is definitely going to try and close that gap with the banana in hand, but there's a good stage to kind of counteract that.
Yeah, bouncing off in here, starting off town and city. Definitely a good stage in order to just to try and keep your distance and try and have a lot of places to escape to, different levels of elevation, different ways that the stage can lay out. Let's see what Gray has in store.
Already some pretty good options to cover the landing from Curdle because Curdle already started the game out with some really solid movement. So I was getting a little worried for Gray to start it out, but I think Gray has the timing down. Some really good ledge pressure here too. Ooh, okay. Nice, nice. Still kind of working out.
Yeah, typically Diddy Kong doesn't love harassment in the mid-range, like where Gray can set up, but we're seeing that really solid movement, just a good understanding of how his opponent has been picking defensive options, which they've been mixed up well, but the trick for Gray is they all have been happening basically immediately. So Curdle playing around that timing thus far in order to get back into this game and try and cement this lead that MSU Red has going for them.
Yeah, I think we're kind of seeing it right now here with that ledge pressure, but good pickup from Gray. Keeping it close. Now only 5-4, but a lot of percent. Any small mistake can get capitalized by Curdle, turn into another stock here. But gonna have to try and fight through all of these projectiles first. Ooh, I like that setup.
Getting out of there just in time. We're playing full stage on down here. This FD layout not doing it Curdle any favors in order to try and get in. And the missiles are putting on so much damage.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of blown away by this loadout here. It's pretty good about, interrupting a lot of the space that Banana usually would occupy. Even Monkey Flip right there, getting slowed down from colliding with the hitbox and the up air, takes another stock. All right, Gray, a little bit of a run right now.
Very dangerous here from MSU. What was looking so good, a ledge trap setup to go up a full individual, a full player, now is we're not out of the woods from Curdle dropping this stock, especially with combos like that online. Careful with some of these up Bs.
I know, I'm getting so worried right now. There are all those projectiles kind of keeping Curdle in shield. The banana, though, getting interrupted by another fantastic mine from Gray. And this feels way closer than I would have bet on when the game started. Some more coverage right now. Somehow finding the ledge. And finally, the barrels going to seal the deal, but nice little run from Gray. And nice stuff from Curdle, keeping that small lead as they go into this last game. Or possibly last game. I'm betting a lot on Curdle.
I mean, you could. This is non-zero chance. As looks like Sauce is the one that the final run, the last player for Rowan, Pokemon trainer, I believe, stepping up. And I mean, if you're Diddy Kong, right? Like a lot of times, Diddy Kong can play into projectiles pretty poorly, especially heavier projectile characters, despite the heavy movement. Stymies on that movement can get pretty troublesome. But when you have a character like Pokemon Trainer whose airspeed is pretty middling, all things considered, that's where Diddy Kong can certainly start to mess around with burst ranges and play into his character strengths without having to worry about much going around along the mid-range, with the exception of exactly Razor Leaf.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting dynamic, but I always am of the opinion, and this might be a bit of a dated opinion, but I think that Pokemon Trainer has so many tools that surely they can find a way to make it work.
Oh no, I share that opinion. I think
Okay, good.
Pokemon Trainer he's like one of those base roster characters like Roy is for kind of lately, where Roy and Palutena and like all of these characters that, yeah, they don't have the same extremes as some other of the characters that have come into the metagame, but
Mhm.
what they have is a lot of just good applicable tools in 90% of situations that allow the player to find a way to win.
Well, we're gonna see how it goes in this game. Going back to Pokemon Stadium,
Oh,
and we're gonna let Curdle take some interesting routes to get rid of these couple of stocks.
nice.
Dude, I feel like so much personality is exuded in those moments. You're like, some people just walk off. Some people have a a little fun time with it. Ooh, good little cross up there with the down air. Didn't think we'd get into it so quickly, but
Yeah, we're starting off strong here for Sauce with a clean series of Squirtle combos. Squirtle can be such a pain to deal with for just about any character. While the raw kill potential isn't really there, the ability to rack up damage definitely is.
ooh, okay. I like the switch though to the Ivy after getting that little bit of stage control there, kind of slowing it down. Razor leafing to avoid that ledge situation, but now stuck on the platform. The banana is getting a little more active lately too, but that dash attack poorly timed, unfortunately. Not going to find the mark, and you can tell Sauce is looking for a big hit, but Curdle's trying to get these combos started.
Tossing away the banana instead, the back throw with a little bit of a late DI. No finish there from Curdle, no finish there from Sauce either. The Vine Whip, sour spots though, as Sauce once again sets up by the ledge.
Nice, the neutral air covering that get up. Not going to send the right way though. Still stuck on the stage, banana in hand, but Sauce looking for maybe like a down air and up air perhaps with these platforms. Not going to find it until... Okay, I thought.
He's so hard to keep down. Like that's the beauty of movement, means that you can make your stocks last forever, but at the end of the day, sitting at 180, something's gotta give, and Sauce brings us to the final game of this crew battle, and the final two players. No edges, nothing crazy, just 3 stocks to 3.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to think of like all of the work that everyone on either team put in, and it just comes down to a good old-fashioned 3-3, fresh stocks. This last game, pretty much a 1v1, so it's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, like you don't have to go in at a deficit either. It's just my 3 stocks versus their 3 stocks. I feel like both players are feeling good right now, and it's not like Sauce had a lot of time to really get warmed up like we had talked about previously. I think they're both kind of on even grounds going into this game. Oh, and we got Vile coming up too. Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
These are some good players for sure here. Vile, not on the most recent New Jersey PR, but was on the one beforehand. Sauce, the only thing that really keeps him back from getting on some of these high rankings, particularly as the rankings changed and like the player count can be a little bit more flexible,
Right.
is attendance. Like he just is not. He doesn't attend as many locals, preferring to grind at his school. And Rowan's got some good players, as you see here.
Right, right. I was gonna say, I'm sure you're getting some good practice after seeing the Rowan lineup. It's not too, no slouches over there.
Not too shabby at all.
But MSU also full of fantastic players. Here we go in this last game. MSU Red. We got Vile on the Terry going up against Sauce with 3 stocks of Pokemon Trainer. It's going to be a good one right now, but there's those Squirtle combos we're talking about. Perfect way to start the game for the Rowan fans. Ooh.
Brutal. Crazy how Terry can just do that. It's just, all right, Nair, Burn Knuckle. Easy peasy. 30%.
Exactly. Okay, still keeping it close though. Terry having a real hard time right now getting off the ledge until forward air into the little side specials. Pretty solid. Crack shoot. Nice.
That's, we all thought Terry was crazy, like with back special, and then
Right.
Kazuya comes out with like 18 different tilts. But But still, Crackshoot low-key, one of the best moves in the game for what it does, yet we are still behind the 8 ball when it comes to trying to find this hit on a zoning Ivysaur. Another down air, but missing the forward air, and that's going to be a down tilt 1-2 Buster Wolf. True combo.
Love that right there. And a solid pickup and response from Sauce. Really nice momentum shift here. Both players just not really getting too flustered, knowing what the win conditions are, and then enacting them immediately. Right now, some good damage and nice. I like that. Putting the shield up and then continuing this ledge pressure. Good stuff from Sauce.
We are running low on options here for Violence. The up smash is ripped from Sauce, doing so much damage, but Go is online. That could change the entire dynamic of this game if you just find one hit, yet these grabs have been so good from Sauce to keep Vile off balance.
Yeah, really good stuff. Nice timing on the Razor Leaf, but the Vine Whip not making it. Not going to find the hit, but this is so dangerous. I can tell that Sauce wanted to take that stock earlier with the up smash, even putting a little bit of charge on it, because if you hit Terry to 100 but don't take the stock, it does not feel great. We're seeing why right now.
Ooh. Not in the least run. Ooh, looking for down tilt. It's the place to be. It's the button you want.
Yeah, and that platform also probably exactly where you want to be right now. You can see Sauce really using it effectively. Some slight miss input, but hold on. The chase is phenomenal. The air dodge back, getting scouted out by Vile, but not finding the hit. The pressure. Insane spot dodge.
The spot dodge, I think, was there to try and not get your shield broken by a power geyser, and there it was, trying to scout the jump, but Sauce just in the nick of time, drifting hard into center stage and able to pick up the back air after. AG, we're seeing Sauce look to complete the comeback for Rowan.
Oh my goodness, back-to-back up special. Tons of damage right now. 93 already on the last stock. Such a brave roll in. Almost scouted out, but good reversal. We got Vile holding down center stage right now. It needs to make something happen and then kind of go crazy with it on this next stock. Oh, no. Oh, I was just like, I saw the charge and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's forward smash. And then, well, I was right, unfortunately. Vile finding Sauce just under that platform on the right with that nearly fully charged forward smash. Really good stuff from Sauce. Looking so comfortable with those Squirtle combos. And honestly, the sort of vertical pressure from Ivysaur. We didn't see it as often, but it did shine when we did get to see it. Ooh.
Yeah, like the Charizard we didn't get to see a whole lot, but came into the clutch with that back air, and then the Ivysaur for certain. Like after Squirtle was able to put on the X amount of damage that Squirtle tends to put on, anywhere from 60 to 100%, it can be sometimes. The shift over to Ivysaur just to constantly keep Sauce in a solid position, and the wherewithal of Sauce to know, like, hey, as long as I'm winning neutral against Terry, he can be at 150, 180, doesn't matter. I'm still the one in the driver's seat.
Right. I think we saw that too because, we said, oh, it looks dangerous, but to be fair, I don't think Vile really touched the ground very much after getting to 100%. So it's good stuff from Sauce. Like I said, that vertical pressure, we only saw a couple of times, but it was pretty phenomenal. And I think, Vile did find a couple of openings on the first stock, but as time went on, I think Sauce kind of figured it out and definitely was just really good at making sure Vile was not playing or is playing as the least amount possible.
Yeah.